So our first person is Ellen Switkes. Ellen was supposed to read last month, and then she was a no-show. She had a good excuse, but it was, you know, still kind of unacceptable. But still, Ellen's a friend of mine, and she's a very good storyteller, and she also is an avid shopper at Trader Joe's. Please welcome Ellen Switkes.
Hello. Not only do I shop at Trader Joe's, but I have maneuvered their parking lot. I'm just saying. So, okay. When my favorite uncle, my dear Uncle Willie, passed away, the family put me in charge of his obituary. It was my job to get the word out about his death. Uncle Willie had been an actor, a bit player, and extra. He was in more than 80 movies, but it was rare for him to have an actual role. In his acting career, he was background. His extra work was a constant source of amusement for our family. Uncle Willie, you were so great as the bum in the driveway. Your bum in the insane asylum was fabulous. Your bum, oh my gosh, you should get an Oscar for bum in the garage. Eventually, Uncle Willie did get his moment of fame. For the briefest flash of an instant, he monopolized the silver screen. You could actually see his face. But that was a long time ago. About a year before he died, he wrote his own obituary, which was very thoughtful of him. He was not one to trust others with the details of his life. He listed all of his acting credits. With his obit in hand, I confidently called the Washington Post, our family's hometown newspaper. It was vitally important to me that the people of Washington, D.C. be aware of Willie's passing. I decided to try for a news feature obituary rather than just a mere death notice. I placed the call, but the Post's editor did not respond as I had hoped. Oh, I am sorry, but there's no way we would run his obituary in the Washington Post. We don't consider him a Washingtonian. We consider him a New Yorker. I started pleading. Please, there must be a way. Anything. Ask your editor. Put me on hold. I'll wait. After a few minutes, she came back and said, yes, if you could get his obit in the Associated Press, then we would lift it off the AP wire and run it in the Post. The AP? That's the big leagues. I looked at Uncle Willie's resume. Gosh, even though his credits were long, his roles were negligible. I crossed my fingers and placed the call to AP, certain I was on a fool's errand. Well, wonder of wonder, miracle of miracles, the AP editor immediately took my call. You're telling me Willie Switkes died? Who is Willie Switkes? Oh, God. I started stuttering. Did you ever see Tootsie? Yeah, like 20 times. It's my favorite movie. Okay, so you remember that scene when Dustin Hoffman is dressed in drag and he gets into a fight with a man over a cab? Yeah. And then Dustin Hoffman throws the man out of the cab? Yeah. That man was Willie Switkes. You're kidding. Your uncle was man at cab? Which was the actual wording of his credit on the movie crawl. Yes, my uncle was man at cab. Oh yeah, we will run this one for sure. Email me the obit and I'll leave a photo. I sent everything to the AP's entertainment editor in New York City, and within 1 hour, Uncle Willie's smiling face goes out over the internet. The world learns about his passing. His obit is picked up by newspapers all over the world, not the least of which was the Uganda Weekly, the Sierra Leone Bonsoir, the Bulgarian News Service, Huffington Post, TV Guide, Christian Science Monitor, the Washington Post. Everywhere, it's the same obit and the same photo. But something weird started happening. People, strangers, were commenting on his death. It began at legacy.com. Now those comments were generic, like rest in peace, prayers are with you, love to the family. It was all very sweet. But then the trolls came out. They started saying stuff that was kind of mean, but it was also kind of funny. Stuff like, why is this obit in the celebrity section? Not all actors are celebrities. Who is this guy? Gene Hackman is a star. Justin Hoffman is a star. Willie Switkes is not a star. Then the trolls started talking to each other. I don't remember this guy at all. You're an idiot. You didn't see Tootsie? You don't remember Me in a Cab? It was the best scene in the movie. One scene does not a celebrity make. Don't speak ill of the dead. Why not? He can't hear me. You're a moron. Stop it! Stop it! Rest in peace, dear Willie! In all caps. Then eBay got into the ad. Banner headline, Willie Switkes poster on sale for $75. Someone had found a poster from the 1960 touring company of Once Upon a Mattress. Uncle Willie had been cast as Buster Keaton's understudy. His credit appeared in the teeniest print at the bottom of the poster. I called my husband with the news. We chatted, and by the time I got back online, the poster was going for $95. Uncle Willie was getting more press in death than he ever got when he was alive. I thought of my talents as a post-mortem publicist. I wondered if I could start a business, getting extras the belated fame in death that they so richly deserved in life. Maybe I could go back in time. Back to the 1950s, the golden age of television. I could get a guest spot on that popular quiz show, What's My Line? The celebrity panel could quiz me. Do you help people? Asks Arlene Francis, professional lady actress. Yes, Miss Francis, I do. Sort of. And when would I need your services? Inquires Bennett Cerf, publisher in Bon Vivant. Well, Mr. Cerf, you would not need my services because you're famous. But if you were an unknown, I'd say your relatives would be calling me right after August 27, 1971. Oh, and what happens then? Mr. Cerf, I'd rather not say. He died. All my life, I dreaded the day when my beloved Uncle Willie would leave me in this world, but maybe sometimes, if we're really lucky, what we most dread, maybe we should welcome. It's certainly possible that our biggest fears are really windows waiting for the right moment to open. When it was time for Uncle Willie to finally say goodbye, he was ready to go. And I was ready to let him go. He had been sick and he was eager to exit. Sometimes I Google him just to reread his obit and all the hoopla that went with it. It's as if we're visiting each other in cyberspace. Using the internet for this spiritual application seems most appropriate. I'm breaking down the barriers between space and time, this world and the next. Now, when I think of Uncle Willie's death, surprisingly, it puts a smile on my face. I like to think of the viral obit as our last hurrah. I'm not sure if it was my final gift to him, or maybe it was his final gift to me.